Right now, during the Memorial Day event at Team Mazda, get 0.9% financing for 60 months on a new 24 Mazda CX-50, or get 2.9% for 72 months. With dozens to choose from and thousands in savings, now's the time to get your new Mazda at Team Mazda.
Hi, good morning. I
was waiting for a thing.
I know, we had to sing it.
The deal.
I know, the last three little beats.
Hey, you should see what they hauled in here. Isn't that what I say at the very back end of that
Yeah.
thing? Hey, they hauled us back in here. Did you get some of the rain over the weekend?
I did.
Yeah,
a lot of rain, a lot of thunder,
Oh, yeah,
a lot of lightning, too. Saturday and Sunday. You see some ponding in your world?
I did. You know very well.
Yeah.
I used to have a pond in the backyard, which sucked. I like a good water feature, but you know what else likes water features? Frogs. Frogs love a good water feature, and they love to be right underneath my bedroom window, Steve. And so all the frogs from the neighborhood, they're like, hey, where are you going for vacation? The Williams house.
Yeah.
And so all the frogs would be there in the pond, so we got rid of the pond. But when it rains heavy, the pond lives on.
Oh, yeah.
The symphony comes back.
Yeah, and well, I don't know if the frogs have gotten word that when it rains heavy, the Williams Pond kind of shows back up again because they're hanging out at the creek. But yeah, there was a lot of rain this weekend. There really was.
Yeah, there was. And we're not done.
Yeah.
It's just going to be less widespread, it looks like, in the days ahead. So keep the umbrellas handy. Even this morning, I'll show you in a moment, a couple of little showers around, nothing major. Here's a live look over downtown, our Sky 9 view brought to you by Our Lady of the Lake. We briefly saw some sunshine a little while ago, but the sun kind of tucking behind those clouds now. So here you see the few showers that are left around the area on our First Alert radar network. Some of those just northeast of the airport, moving into central. Couple now moving over the eastern half of the city. Looks like maybe even a little shower from the 10-12 split east on I-12, headed out towards Livingston Parish. Couple more across the Florida parishes, but not a whole lot showing up this morning. 73 at the airport, 73 Gonzales, New Roads at 69. So most of us anywhere from the upper 60s to mid 70s has started out. By lunchtime, I've got temperatures mid to upper 80s. A few spotty showers this morning. That should be just about it. And then into the afternoon, we'll go at the high of 90, which is right around normal, and rain chances this afternoon at about 40%. Give you a look at that now on Futurecast, showing the last of these few little showers we have right now moving out through the morning, and at lunchtime showing us mainly dry. But as we get into the afternoon and daytime heating kicks in, we start to see scattered storms redeveloping. That's 3:30 this afternoon. Here we are at 6 o'clock. You'll notice they're not real widespread, but still some rain around today. And tonight should be mainly dry after sunset, although you see maybe a spotty shower. Now, there is something to keep an eye on late tonight. We're going to come back to that in a moment. Right now, let me point this out. There's a bit of a dome of high pressure centered to our southwest, and it's kind of a tricky pattern when this sets up. We're right on the northern periphery where these storm clusters can fire well to our north and northwest and kind of ride in on the edge of that dome of high pressure. So the next thing we're going to track are these storms that are all the way up across Kansas and Oklahoma this morning. Here's what the HRRR does. So we jump ahead to 7 o'clock tonight. It's got that cluster organizing across Arkansas back to near Texarkana and has them dropping southward through the overnight, but shows them weakening as they start to move into southwest Mississippi. That's 3 a.m. and shows not much surviving into our part of the world. However, I caution you, the stuff that moved in overnight last night and early this morning, no model showed that surviving into our area. So we'll have to keep an eye on developments up to our north. Now the HRRR tries to deliver another storm complex tomorrow afternoon. That's 1 o'clock. That's kind of low confidence too, because most of our other guides is not showing anything quite so active tomorrow. So right now I've got rain chances 30 to 40% each day from today through Thursday, but a lot's going to hinge on those features trying to move in from the northwest. We'll keep a close eye on it. I do think by the weekend we trend a bit drier, and that means a bit hotter as well. Highs into the mid-90s and on into next week, kind of typical summer stuff. Highs in the low 90s, a few afternoon storms. 7:07, back after a little time off. Here's Johnny with a check on the roads.
Well, you can sure tell school's out. We have very light traffic coming out of Denham for all practical purposes. Right before the range on-ramp to right past the 4-H Club Road area, that's just the slowest traffic, and that's it. Have a little problem on the right shoulder of I-12 westbound between Essen Lanes overpass and the 1012 exit. that takes you over to I-10 and that right lane at the exit, backing up just a little bit. Then from the 1012 to downtown, light to moderate traffic, depending on where you are. Slowest right around Acadian. Bridge traffic's fine into and out of Baton Rouge, and in the background you see the LA1 Intracoastal overpass. So our road work for the expansion project is moving on, and we're going to tell you a little bit more about that after the break. But look at that orange down at the bottom, alternating westbound closures tonight between College and Government. They will always have at least one lane open westbound, but you will have the right and sometimes the right and center lanes temporarily closed. That'll be after 10. But again, more details on that right after a short break at 7:08. We'll be right back.
7:09 your time right now. Continuing to look at those headlines and actually stealing some from Johnny here, because there's some road closures, ramp closures,
yes,
right? And some lane closures, not full interstate closures, but it's going to grab some attention.
So Johnny showed you that map just about 2 minutes ago, right? So here's a look at exactly what is going to be closed. Let's start with the top two here. I-10 westbound, Dalrymple Drive, that off-ramp is going to be closed there. And remember, I-10 westbound, College to Government, there's going to be intermittent lane closures, as Johnny kind of showed you, but that's not all, Matt.
No, so you've got some on-ramps that are going to be shutting down. So the Dalrymple, that's an off-ramp. These two on-ramps, though, are going to be closed. I-10 westbound Acadian on-ramp and the I-10 westbound Perkins on-ramp. So, you know, if that is typically what you take, yes, alternate route is going to be necessary. The lane closure is not. They're going to have one lane open you can get through, and it's going to be overnight hours, like 9 and 10 o'clock at night until 5 o'clock in, the next morning. Just a heads up for you. It's all part of that continuing widening and construction process.
So if you see those signs for the lane closures, if you see a lot of cones out there, please follow them, because they're going to change, and they just really want you to be mindful of all the construction workers that are going to be out there. Just make sure you be safe.
Be safe. Be fed. Actually, folks out in Baker are trying to make sure the kids are fed. It's their summer meals program, right? The food program. There's a number of places that are doing this as the summer kind of gets going. Baker, one of many.
Yeah, they're actually doing 2 different distributions today. They're going to do breakfast from 7 and 8 this morning, and you can see they're going to shut those operations down for a little bit before they open it up for lunch from 11 a.m. until 1 in the afternoon. Man, a great opportunity to make sure children in Baker, well, children, anyone, kid through 18 can get fed. But then they're going to do another distribution at Baker Elementary, Baker Heights Elementary, starting Wednesday.
Right, and this whole thing runs through July 11th, so some opportunity to get out there and make sure that you got the meals as the summer moves on. Speaking of education, now this is for folks kind of in college or that kind of route. This is 21 and up, looking to further their education, maybe get that degree, push forward with a career. There's an opportunity to maybe get some scholarship money.
It's the MJ Foster Promise Program in its 3rd year here. Now, the amount that you're going to get, it's going to vary just depending on where you're at, what kind of program you're pursuing. That open enrollment process is going to actually open in July, but if you'd like to take a look at what you will need to apply for that scholarship, well, the details are waiting for you at that website. It's in the bottom of your screen. That's mjfosterpromise.com. And Matt, when you talk about opportunity, every little dollar really helps.
It is. It really can. And if you're kind of getting to the back end of this and like, I'm almost out of money, how do I, could this scholarship actually make a difference? See if you can't check that out and see if it works for you. Will a brand new YMCA work for you? And now look, this is a little different version of a YMCA if you're getting out there to maybe lift and work out a little bit.
Yeah.
This is kind of a smaller version with everything you need.
It's called the YMCA Express.
There you go.
It's something that the YMCA of Greater Baton Rouge, they're kind of testing out to see how its membership will actually work. So Matt Venezia was live out there this morning. So this is Airline Highway part of the world. You know that plaza kind of by Behringer Foreman where Little Village is there in that plaza?
Yeah.
So they're setting up shop there.
South Parish.
They're putting all the finishing touches on it. This is what it looks like now, but in a couple weeks they're going to actually open their doors. Matt, the key thing about this is they're going to discount the membership here. $25-ish. Right. If you'd like to access the 24/7 part of it, they're going to charge you $5 more for a $30 membership. But the goal here is to make sure you have all your bare necessities. May not have the classes and everything that you might get with the full Y, but a great opportunity for folks on that side of EBR Parish. Yeah, the southern part down there, right down Airline Highway. Check out the story. It's right there waiting for you. Matt Venezia put that together. Yeah. Flexing, quite literally out there. You know who flexed a little bit yesterday? LSU baseball. Yeah. Can they continue to flex today? They are playing with, I don't know, house money, maybe, perhaps. Were they expected to win 2 games yesterday? I don't know. They had to beat a team that beat them on Saturday. Yeah. Can they continue? It is a winner-take-all. It's the final game. It's the championship, Liz, of the regional. 5 p.m. today. Come on. Hey, while we have you here, let's talk about uniforms for kids quickly. We're partnering with St. Vincent de Paul again to make sure that kids have uniforms for the school year. This is our main website, but on this website, you will find a story to get to uniforms for kids right there. You can easily make a donation, a monetary donation. $24 buys a kid 2 sets of uniforms, one to wash, one to wear. And if you see there drop-off locations, if you have any gently used ones, a great opportunity to drop them off.
It is. You know, we got a chance to get out and talk with Michael Acaldo last week at St. Vincent de Paul, and you saw the shelves empty, which is a good thing, right? Because that means what was there got distributed last year, right? They got to fill them up now, and now that's up to the community. Fill them up so we can empty them again before the school year gets going.
That's the goal.
That is.
A lot going on here.
$24. I mean, if you ever go to one of the fast food places, one meal would be about $12.
Yeah.
10 to $12.
You ain't lying.
2 meals at a fast food, and you got uniform for kids.
Yeah.
And a kid for a whole year, they'll have something to wear.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so a little bit of chance of the rain, get a little bit, maybe a little something.
Yeah, it shouldn't be as widespread the next several days, but still scatters stuff around. But also, it's kind of a tricky pattern. Keep an eye on this stuff moving in from the northwest.
I hate those storms. Those are the ones that blow my shingles up.
Oh.
They do. When I get a little leak that comes in, it's always the stuff coming in from the north. It's just kind of like beep beep. That makes that sound, by the way.
Brings a whole new meaning to Peep Show.
Don't come over to my house for the Peep Show.
Drive into summer with thousands in savings during the Memorial Day sales event at the Team Automotive Group. Sedans, trucks, SUVs. The selection and the savings are here to start your summer during the Memorial Day sales event, now through June 3rd at every location of the Team Automotive Group.